Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
We are fine.
We're good.
Okay, I can see you are all inside. To show that you are inside, just raise your hand, everybody. Then you switch off your mics. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you. So welcome to today's lesson. Today we are going to do animal production. And our unit of competence today. Are you able to see what I'm sharing first? Felix, are you able to see? Felix? Sandra, are you able to see
Not
what
yet.
I'm sharing?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm seeing.
Gilbert?
it's okay.
Yes, I'm seeing.
Okay. Now, our unit of competence will be handle harvested fish, and our session title will be personal protective equipment while handling fish. Now, our objective by the end of the session, these are the learning outcomes. You should be able to define the terms personal protective equipment. You should be able also to describe the types of PPE which are required while handling fish before preservation. Also, you should be able to describe the process involved in fish before preservation. So we can start now. I hope everybody knows the personal protective equipments which we require while handling fish uh, to prevent injuries. So anybody, uh, Felix, to explain or to define the word personal protective equipment, to give a simple definition. Yes, Felix.
Okay, PPEs are equipment that are worn by an individual so that it can protect him or her during or when he or she is working.
Thank you so much, Kiprono. Let's appreciate Kiprono. Let's appreciate. Okay, okay. So, personal protective equipments. These are equipment which are worn to minimize exposure to hazards that can cause serious workplace injury and illness. So, while handling fish, you need uh, to wear those personal equipment to minimize injuries and illness. So, we have those types of PPEs which we wear while handling fish. Just after we have harvested fish before preservation, there are those processes which are involved. So, we need to be having those personal equipment. So, which are they? You can just chip in. So, Gilbert, give us one.
So we have gloves
Yes.
and mask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the purpose of gloves?
mask.
Yes. Sandra,
Come again with the question.
we have those types of PP which we wear while handling fish to prevent
Uh,
injuries.
uh-huh.
You can mention
An
some of them.
example
Yeah.
is
Example.
footwear.
Yes.
Footwear.
Okay. Let's appreciate Sandra. So we have those types of PPEs. We have the apron. The apron which is worn to prevent spills. The those hot liquid and spill can be kept at the bay while using an apron. So when you wear the apron, it prevents you from those spills. We have footwear. These are just gumboots, the boots which prevent you from slips and fall. Remember, the floor is usually so slippery, so you need to be having you need to have the gumboots or the boots. So we have the mob cap. I'll show you the mob cap. A mockup is worn in the production place to prevent hair from falling during food processing. So you need to have the mockup. You can see the mockup, the one they are wearing on their heads. It prevents hair from falling to the fish and also prevent sweat from falling to the fish. Also, we have the gloves, as Sandra has said. It keeps your hand protected from fish bones. Remember, the fish has sharp bones and also has scales. So I hope you are seeing. You need to be having the gloves, which protect you from uh, those bones, which can cause serious damage or injury. So let's move to something else. We have those processes which are involved in fish. After you have just harvested fish, before you preserve, we have various types of uh, we have various processes which it undergoes. So someone to chip in and uh, outline one of the process. Yes, Timothy.
Yes, we have salting. We have also drying.
Okay, that's good trial. Another, Gilbert.
We have cutting, the removal of the internal organs.
Let's appreciate Gilbert. Let's appreciate Gilbert. That's good. So, Felix Kiprono, to give us one of the process which are involved just after harvesting.
The removal of the opening of the lids, then you remove the internal organs.
Okay, let's appreciate also Kiprono.
We also have scaling, the removal of scales.
That's good. So you can just raise your hand before answering. I'll actually mention you to do so. So thank you to us. Switch off your mic. So these are the processes. Uh, we have uh, using a clean fillet knife. You bleed the fish by cutting the throat, then remove the gills and the entrails. So as Gilbert has told us, you have to cut to remove the gills and entrails, those internal organs. Use clean water or alcohol swab to clean your knife frequently or between the cuts to keep your dragging bacteria into the flesh. So you need to use clean water or alcohol swab uh, to prevent bacteria. Uh, the other process, you wipe the fish surface clean with cloth or paper towel. Keep the fish moist but not wet by wrapping it in clear plastic wrap. Put the fish in a sealable storage bag and place it on ice or snow. So after that, you have to keep it in ice to preserve it. So if making fillet, rinse the fish in cold and clean water to remove bacteria and digestive enzymes. So you also use pesticide or other substances that may be concentrated in fatty parts of fish. So you remove the skin and fat deposit when cleaning the fish. So as you can see in the edge, this is one of the process, cutting and removing of those internal organs. Hope you are seeing. Gilbert, are you seeing the photo?
Yes, I am seeing.
Okay, thank you. So let's try. and remind ourselves on what we have learned before we end the lesson. So, someone remind us what is PPs. What are PPs? Yes, Sandra.
These are equipments that are worn to protect one from hazard effects in when it comes to handling any activity.
Let's appreciate Sandra. Let's appreciate. I'm not seeing. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Timothy. I can see Felix. So, uh, we have those PPs which are required when handling fish before preservation. Uh, Someone to mention one or two. Yes, Timothy.
We have apron,
Yes.
gloves, and footwear.
Yeah. Let's appreciate Timo also. Timothy. Let's appreciate. Yes, Felix. I see. Sandra. I see you. Yeah. We have apron, as I said earlier. We also have footwears. We also have mob caps and gloves. So, uh, there are those processes which are involved. Also, someone to brush on one or two just after harvesting.
We have cutting.
Yeah, let's appreciate also Gilbert. Okay, before